from all around Geelong. I'm going to tell you how football.
Good morning and welcome again to the GDFL Footy Show, coming to you out of Geelong on a, well, not as cold as last week, but still a very cool morning. Magnificent round of matches last weekend. Of course, we had two big games on the Saturday and the Sunday, the match of the day. They were fantastic. But firstly, the Bannockburn Tigers, well, they were too good for the Anarchy Roos out at Footrot Flats in front of their big reunion crowd of the 94 grand final. A massive turnout up there at Footrot Flats. Winchelsea, too good for the Tommy Tigers. The Blues were absolutely on form. The Tommy Tigers having a horror season at the moment. And one of the big upsets of the round, the Belmont Lions, absolutely, they belted the Inverleigh Hawks, and it was out at Inverleigh. I'll have a talk to Grubby and Alex about that in a minute. Steve Jackson kicking 5 goals for the Belmont Lions, a great effort indeed. Another massive upset, the Cryer Devils knocking off the Werribee Ducks. That is unbelievable. With Daniel Harrison, their full forward at Cryer, really earning his money, kicking 9 goals, a great effort indeed. And of course, Saturday's 94.7 match of the day was the Belpost Hill Panthers. Too good for East Geelong, but East Geelong put up absolutely a valiant display. Hello, I'm Dick Philpott, and once again I've assembled some of the biggest names and brains in country football, eradicate, adjudicate, articulate, but definitely not procrastinate. And before we introduce the boys, we're going to have a quick look at the ladder. North Geelong and top of Inverleigh, Winchelsea and East Geelong, they make up the final 5 as it stands at the moment. Just outside the final 5, Bannockburn making their run a little bit late, but I'll tell you what, they've got a big chance to make it. And Werribee Centrals, and then Geelong West, Anarchy, Belmont Lions, Cryer and the Tommy Tigers. And then we'll go and have a quick look at the goal kicking now. And Tom Mullane Grant sitting up there on 50 goals. Maybe will he make 100 for the season? We don't know. Daniel Harrison, a massive effort with his 9 goals on Saturday, moves up to second place, 39, with Hayden Graham. You can see the edge goes right down there to Denham of Geelong West on 25. Not a bad situation in the goal kicking. Grubby, great round of footy last weekend, mate.
Well, I'm not here, you haven't even introduced us yet. What are you doing?
We had to go by the script.
Yeah, but you haven't introduced us, so why ask me a question? I'm not here yet.
Grubby, how you going? I'm Dick Philpott.
Good on you, Grubby Cations. Now listen, look, don't think the goal kicking's over yet. I can tell you that right now. I know Mullane Grant's right out there on 50, but Harrison's kicked 39 in about 4 or 5 games. He's coming home hard, and if Cryer can play like they did last week, he can give Mullane Grant a big contest towards the end of the year. Massive upsets, Alex, on Saturday. Well, it's particularly the Belmont Lions. Not a bad effort by the Lions.
Absolutely. We're not going to look into individuals yet, but that did end a 9-game losing streak for the Belmont Lions. So, yeah, congratulations to everyone in the club. Fantastic. And I hear Dave McKernan's been re-signed as coach. Oh, well, there you go. Big news out there for the Belmont Lions. Fantastic. Now, Grubby caught up with the man of the moment on Sunday, Brendan Favola.
We're here at West Oval. It's getting a bit dark. It's been a cold day, but a great day down here. We're with 2 former Carlton champions, one real one and unfortunately one imaginary one in myself. But, mate, look, I had a couple of questions to ask you. About the stand and that. I'm going to change it a bit. Answer this one. How do you go for the football and get pushed by 3 blokes, dragged down by 2 blokes and not get a free kick, mate?
Welcome to my world. Yeah, she's pretty tough, but you know they don't pay the free kicks. Obviously, you just got to move on and hopefully get a couple. But I didn't get any today, so yeah, she was tough down there. But once I moved up a little bit, I think it opened up a little bit. So we should have probably done that a bit earlier. But yeah, got a couple late. But you know they zone off pretty well. They let the half forwards lead up, and they suck back and roll off, and you know they knew where the footy was going. So you know that number 19 and number 4 kept sucking back, and you know that's where they got they generated their run and most of their scores. So yeah, something to look back on and hopefully fix things up next time.
Well, again, that number 19 happened to be Steve Rickett, who's probably the best defender in the competition. But look, early in the game, these few free kicks down here. Well, that's right. And PJ DeSando, he's played on all the good fullbacks, but they did have 3 or 4 on you all day. And unfortunately, you couldn't quite capitalise with the crumbs and have loose players else. But must be bloody hard to play against 3 or 4 blokes each week.
It's hard to play against one, let alone 3 or 4. But you know, it happens at Yarra as well. So, you know, it happened when I played AFL. We didn't have any other forwards at Carlton either. So, you know, I'm used to getting double teamed and triple teamed. But you just got to make sure you try and make a contest. And, you know, as you said there, you try to get the little mosquito, the fleet to get around you. And I think we kicked a couple of goals from crumbs today. And, you know, the boys got onto a few. But had to get onto a few more.
You kicked 11 yesterday, obviously, up the bush, up at Yarrawonga, of course. 2 or 3 today. You're obviously not as young and probably not as fit as when you were playing AFL footy. You couldn't be. How does the body stand up 2 games in a couple of days and another one to come Tuesday night?
Yeah. No, it's not too bad. So, you know, I'm pretty fortunate. My body holds me in good stead, which is good. So, you know, when I do get hurt, I heal pretty well. So, you know, I'm lucky I play in the goal square and not in the middle where you get, you know, obviously bash and crash a fair bit more. But, you know, I've been pretty lucky, you know, for the last couple of years without being injured, considering I don't train. So it's I've been pretty lucky.
Yeah, I wish I could have done that. Mate, look, thanks for coming. One more question. You did coach the interleague side up at Ovens and Murray to, I think, a good win. When you do hang the boots up, do you consider coaching?
She's a tough job, mate. I did it for one day. I got grades already, and you know, trying to get all the players to play, and you know, there's a lot of work. And I think if you speak to most coaches, it doesn't matter where you are as a coach, whether it's, you know, AFL, bloody Goon or Yarrawonga. It's you know, it's a pretty full-on job. And once I do retire, I don't know when that's going to be, but you know, if you can still be kicking goals, you know, I'll keep playing. But you know, I love footy, and I will put my my toes into the coaching. I think you know, I'd rather coach kids. You know, I love kids, and I love watching the development of kids. So you know, when you're a senior coach, there might be bigger blokes that might yell at me. I might get a bit scared. The kids will be scared of me. So it'll be more fun doing the kids, I think.
Well, mate, look, thanks. On field, we didn't quite get the result we wanted, but I can tell you what. Yeah, I know, that's what Dick Philpott's going to have a go at me about. But on field, we didn't quite get the result. But off the field, what a fantastic day. I know the Whitten Foundation have got a fair bit to do with it. But these people that came here, the thousands of people, none of them would have come without Brendan from Vola. So, mate, look, thanks for coming down. All the best with Yarrawonga. Hope you go through and make the finals. I do have one last job before you go. If you could sign the Carlton jumper.
Yeah, it's obviously it was a good day, mate. Obviously not on the field, but you know, these games, you know, aren't just about the footy. They're about getting people that support this club, you know, Geelong West, to come down and watch the kids, and you know, they might have seen a player they like that we've run around, and might encourage them to come back next week and play. And you know, obviously having the Oz kick at half time and getting kids back to the footy, which is great. So. Well done to the community, and I think there would have been easy 2,000 or 3,000, I reckon, and it was cold, so they, you know, they toughed it out, and it's always better when you play in front of people, and hopefully the club made a little bit of money, and you know, they can help them out.
Biggest crowd I've ever seen here. All thanks to the man of the moment, Brendan Favola. Thanks for joining us, and all the best for the rest of the year in your career, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, man.
Excellent interview there with the great Grubby Cations and Brendan Favola. And of course, I think you picked which one was which. Were you very impressed with the man on Sunday, Grubby?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, fair enough.
No, I wasn't. One little. Actually, the way he spoke, the way he had a kick with the kids on the ground was fantastic. But if you're going to come down and play for a GDFL side, I can't see why in the world you would go and stay out on the Terps till 5 o'clock in the bloody morning. You're treating the league like you shouldn't be there. I don't think it'll happen again with other clubs because of what happened on... Everybody in the whole joint knew that he was out on the Terps, and that's not good enough. He didn't play well, but that can be due to the North Geelong defence, and they're a better side as well. They played fantastic. And in the end, West Geelong didn't make a lot of money. They pretty much broke even. The only winner out of this on Sunday, luckily, was the Whitten Foundation, who did make some money for awareness of prostate cancer. So that's about the best thing that came out of Sunday's game as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, geez, you're a little bit dirty on him, aren't you?
No, I'm not dirty on him. I just think he made a mistake. If you want to get out in the Terps, mate, do it in Melbourne. Because nowadays on social media, you will get sprung. Everybody knows, and it really took... I reckon even the players knew and weren't that happy with him.
And if I was a Geelong West coach, I'd be pretty disappointed because, end of the day, irrespective of what the foundation was about, everything like that, he was there to help Geelong West win a game of football and get 4 points.
Especially the way Nick Washington coaches his side. That's why Daniel Harrison kicked 9 goals at Corio on Saturday, because obviously they had a discipline problem with each other that they couldn't be sorted out. Favola's the bloke that obviously you can't coach.
And if any of the other Geelong West players had got on the Terps Saturday night, they probably would have not been allowed to play Sunday afternoon.
Exactly.
We're going to take a break and come right back.
We are the Raiders from all around Geelong. I'm here to tell you how football is strong.